Welcome to Friday. It is the 17th of May, 2024. My name is Jimmy Bradbury. I help entrepreneurially minded people who feel stuck in a 9-to-5 job, or maybe it's a business that they own that feels like a job. I help those people take their knowledge and experience on a subject that they're really passionate about. It could be a hobby, a skill set, whatever it is they really enjoy doing. They want to take that knowledge and experience to be able to help other people move forward in their lives and get paid doing it. One of the things I've never really talked about before is a behind the scenes, which is a weekly review that I do, which I want to share with you today, because I know so much of the time we're in our business, we're in that kind of hustle, we're in that daily routine, we're in those daily activities, but sometimes we actually need to step back and have a look at the big picture of how our business is going. And I do that every Saturday. I've been doing that for the last 3 years. I spend 2 hours every Saturday going through 6 things that are really important for me in how it is I operate my business. And I do a review of those every Saturday. So I want to share these with you because I think if you're somebody out there and you're just really feeling, it's really grind, it's really hustle, it's really hard. I know how that feels because when I was starting my online business, certainly for the first 2 years, I was like that too. But when I got into this routine of having a weekly review, it helps a lot. So just 2 hours every week, I go through 6 things, and I want to share those with you today. So in the 6 things, at each end of the 6 things, so item 1 and item number 6, I call them my bookends. Those are the 2 things that hold everything together for me and for my business. So number 1, for people that are in a 9-to-5 job or in a corporate world, this might come as a huge surprise for you because it is new for me when I came online in 2018. I think if you've been in the online business, I think you will agree that the number one thing to success online is not the strategies, it's not the tactics, it's not the hustle, it is your mindset. And I know for me that I've gone through so many step changes in how I am growing my business. Some of them have been huge. Like at the moment, I'm going through a huge step change in my business, huge. And I've got into 2 mastermind groups with people who are way beyond me, because I actually want to get my business to their level. It's not because of the revenue, it's because of a whole load of other factors, particularly the value that I'm putting out, the courses and programs I'm putting out, and helping build my audience around that rather than the money. So I've invested heavily in 2 masterminds, and it's really stretching me to another level. But I know that the thing that I have to always remember is the thing that will determine whether or not you're successful online, and that is your mindset. So the first thing I do on a Saturday, I spend about 20 to 30 minutes working on my beliefs, on the things I doubt, the things I fear about getting to that next level, emotions, feelings, all of these things that are part of building a strong, resilient growth mindset. So I spend 20 to 30 minutes working through those first thing. That's the first part of the bookend of the 6 things. The second thing then I look is my strategy for the year 2024, the year we're in now. We've gone through 4.5 months. So we've got another 7.5 months to go. How am I doing in my business for the first 4.5 months relative to where it is I planned to be when I started in January 2024. The second thing that I look at is my 90-day plan. I always do 90-day chunks. I do 90 days, take a week off, do 90 days, take a week off, do 90 days, take a week off, do 4 of those a year. So I look at where I am in the 90-day period. Then I start looking at my monthly goals. So what are my goals for the month of, where are we now? May. What are my goals for May, and where am I in terms of achieving those goals? Am I on plan? Do I need to readjust? Is there certain parts of it that I really need maybe more people to help me with it? And I look at those goals relative to where I am each month. Then I look at my weekly activities, which is part of the planning process, which I'll come up to in a moment. Things that I've been working on this week and the things that I'm planning to work on next week in terms of my non-negotiable activities. So that's kind of the second part: strategy, 90-day plan, monthly goals, weekly activities. The third thing that I'll look at is my metrics. So I have a series of metrics of which I collect data on every single week and drop it into a Google sheet that measure my performance on social media, that measure my performance on email marketing, that measure my performance on revenue and finance, that measure my performance on people landing on my website, that measure my performance on people buying my courses and programs. I have metrics, not lots of them. Affiliates is another one. I don't have lots of metrics, but I have key metrics, and I collect the data each week on those, and I drop them in to see how I am progressing in terms of last week and the plan for this week. So every single week, look at my metrics and the data that I collected for that week. Number 4, I look at my finances. What is it that I have spent this week? What is the income that I've got in? How is my cash flow forecast looking for the week and the month and the quarter ahead? That's number 4, my finances. Number 5, I then start getting into planning mode. I plan my calendar for next week. And the key things I'm looking for here: what are the things that I can remove on my calendar? What are the things I can automate on my calendar? What are the things I can delegate on my calendar? So delete, automate, delegate. That's a bit I love doing in my weekly review. And then the final thing, which is the back end, the other bookend I talked about. So the front end bookend is my mindset. The back end bookend is my fun. It wouldn't all come together for me. My business wouldn't grow to the level it's growing at the moment if I didn't have fun. Fun each day, fun each week, doing the things that I'm passionate about, being with the people I love, swimming, kite surfing. That is a big component of what I plan out for my week ahead. So that becomes that bookend at the end. So those are the 6 things I look at each week for 2 hours on a Saturday. I wanted to share those with you today because if you're running a business and you're feeling at times it's a bit overwhelming, or maybe just even in your own life, it feels overwhelming, I think the key is to take 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, whatever it is you've got time for, to step back from it and have a look at that kind of more helicopter, 30,000 feet. Helicopters don't go up to 30,000 feet. All right, you know what I mean. 30,000 feet view of your business and your life, because I know that it will help you. It certainly helped me doing it over the last 3 years, every single week. So hopefully that's been helpful for you today. I love to get your feedback, love to see you putting in place your review every single week. I know that it'll help you and serve you. If you're on LinkedIn or you plan to be on LinkedIn and you're struggling, it's probably because you haven't optimized your profile. It's pretty simple when you know how. I've put together a free resource for you. There's 11 pieces to it. There's a free resource I'm going to put in the comments below as a link. All you need to do is click the link, download the free 1-page sheet. It'll help you see the things that you need to put in place to optimize your profile. Put it in place, get your profile optimized, and you're pretty much good to go on LinkedIn. Hopefully that helps you, serves you, and have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And I look forward to talking to you on Monday. Bye-bye.